I'm joined on the line now by Capital Network's mining analyst Sam Catalano. Sam, thanks for joining us. Good to speak to you.
Hi.
We're talking Greatland Gold, Sam. Give us a bit of an introduction. Tell me a bit about them.
Sure. So Greatland Gold, it's a London AIM-listed gold exploration company with assets principally in Australia. They have a suite of exploration assets across different parts of Australia. The key one for investors to be aware of is the Ernest Giles project, which is in Western Australia. This is located on the eastern end of the prolific Western Goldfields. So the Western Goldfields is an area that hosts some of the largest gold mines in the world historically, and the eastern edge has been relatively underexplored. So this is where Greatland is focused with the Ernest Giles project, and importantly, what they've done is in the last couple of months they've signed an agreement with Newmont Gold, one of the top 3 gold mining companies in the world, for Newmont to have access to the Ernest Giles project for 6 months to apply its proprietary exploration techniques and to see where they get. This is not costing Greatland Gold anything, so you've got a global major coming in, spending their own money, exploring this particular project. So it certainly indicates some validation that potentially there really is something there exciting for investors. So that's what we're watching for in the next 6 months.
You mentioned they're predominantly a gold exploration company, but of course I spoke to Gervais just a couple of weeks back, of course, when they're branching into cobalt. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, correct. I think it's certainly an interesting one, and they've just acquired some exploration land. They're looking at licensing some exploration land which is prospective for cobalt. And 2 things to be aware of with the cobalt market. The first is that as we move forward with renewable energy and energy storage markets changing, cobalt is going to be very much in demand. It's a key ingredient in new battery technology. And secondly, on the supply side, it's important to note that, for example, China, which is the largest consumer of cobalt, 90% of its supply comes from the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, where I think it's fair to say it's a reasonably unstable jurisdiction. So the cobalt market is definitely an exciting one for the next 5 to 10 years, and I think with this move by Greatland to potentially take advantage of what should be a strong market is a smart one. Very early days, but certainly something to watch out for.
And Sam, of course, they've also, just going back to gold for a moment, they've also got another project in Western Australia.
Yes, that's right. The Hadron project in West Australia. It's very close to, it's more in northern Western Australia. It's very close to some very significant gold mines, Telfer, for example, which is owned by Newcrest. So definitely a region where there is gold. They're spending money there this year to explore further. So again, relatively early stage. The key focus for investors should be Ernest Giles and what Newmont come out with, but certainly not a one-trick pony company. With, as shown by the cobalt acquisition that we've just talked about, the cobalt licensing, and also the other exploration properties they have.
And of course, Greatland, there's a strong team there led by Gervais Heddle.
Yeah, correct. I think I've been very impressed with the team at Greatland. You've got very strong technical team with Callum there, but also Gervais being very experienced on the financial side. It's a nice balance. Often with these very early stage mining companies, you get technical guys who might not have the savvy in the financial markets to do the deals and such forth, but certainly I think there's a very good balance here, and I certainly like the team, and investors should feel confident that their money is in good hands with these guys.
Very good, Sam. Sam Catalano there, Capital Network's mining analyst, talking over Greatland Gold.